this secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. Hallelujah.
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
We're gonna do this ladies first. Nadia, you are going to tell us your take on the Snyder Cut.
I'm sorry, what? Snyder Cut?
Yeah, we're gonna do this ladies first. You're gonna tell us your take
Okay.
on the Snyder's Cut.
I'm excited as hell. So the crazy thing is, I didn't hate the Justice League movie. Say when BVS came out, I had my I kind of liked it, I kind of didn't, but Ben Affleck was a saving grace for me. And then when Justice League came out, I wasn't a fan of this. Like I mentioned before, I'm a huge stickler for CGI, and I freaking hated the CGI for Justice League. And my main issue with it was more so pacing. I love the cast, so I'm really happy that we're gonna see Ben, like I said, Ben come back, because my main issue with it was pacing. So now that we're getting the Snyder Cut, he said it's gonna be 4 episodes, 4 hours.
4 hours.
So we can basically watch it in 4 intervals or as one big movie. And I'm really happy, because that seems like it's so much footage. So we're probably going to fix all the things that were inconsistent with the pacing in this movie. So I'm really freaking excited. Oh, and then we're going to see Darkseid. And my main issue with it was Steppenwolf. I hated how he looked. It was trash. So hopefully that's all fixed in this.
Okay. So I know Jarrell and Justin are itching to get to what they want to say. So I'm going to say this because it'll give you guys a chance to retort. 2 things. Thank you, Nadia, for saying Darkseid.
His name is Darkseid. I just wasn't going to correct her.
Yeah,
his name is Darkseid.
Because there have been so many people who have come in and said, "Oh, some people call him Darkseid, some people call him Darkseid," and I thought I was the only one that said that once, and I caught flack for that. You said it, so thank you.
Nadia's officially you're officially the second person in life who has called this man Darkseid. Sean being the first.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who have actually said that.
Because I always said Darkseid, and people said no Darkseid.
Thank you.
I've never met
Roz and Raj.
I've never met anybody that called him Darkseid. Even on all animes, and even in the movie, Steppenwolf literally says we're doing this for Darkseid.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I've heard the same argument she did. You call him Darkseid, they're like, no, Darkseid. And okay, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
And then Roz and Raj.
Exactly.
Well, apparently Raish is the correct.
And Raish.
Yeah, like Raish
Raish
is how you're supposed to, like, calling him Roz is supposed to be like disrespect.
I mean, if they was gonna call him Darkseid, technically they should have just reversed. It's just ID. It just could have just just switched it around.
Because remember, it's spelled like Darkseid.
Yeah, but it's Darkseid.
So I'm gonna get into. I'm not gonna make this too in depth. I'm gonna say this. Like, you think I'm gonna say this was overhyped? No, I think Nadia hit it. I didn't like Steppenwolf's suit because it looked like he just hadn't bathed in a while and it's crusted over, and it just became part of his outfit. Like, all the dirt just crusted over hard enough to become a suit of armor for him. I do like that they changed that. That looked very good. Didn't kind of get the Batman getting shot by the parademons and him blocking it with his arm. That didn't make sense to me.
He's Batman.
I get that part. That part I get. The Flash Speed Force part I did like, because you need to put him in show him the Speed Force. Now that part makes sense for him showing up to Bruce and screaming about Superman. Those make sense. But it's still, at the end of the day, still does not. I still kind of feel like DC does the same thing over and over again. We want to save Justice League so that we can make this an argument between how Marvel is doing the whole them universe and how we're doing ours. When I want to say something to any DC fan, Marvel has been at it for 10 years. They took 10 years to build that entire universe to what it is. And even the worst movie they have still kept with the continuity. DC didn't take that time to do it. They kind of literally jumped from they went from Christian Bale's Batman to putting out Wonder Woman and everything else, and then saying to themselves, okay, this is how we're going to do it. So kudos to Snyder getting his cut. Still think everybody just went too crazy. Like, this is going to be the saving grace of the movie. No. Here was my saving grace, because I'm going to wrap this up. Your saving grace is the DC villains. You started it at the end of Justice League. You continue it. That will save what it should be, because you have a cast of villains that are beyond meta for that. Like, you could build a story, like, take yourself out of space. You can build a story on them and blow that entire movie out of the water.
Hashtag Legion of Doom.
Thank you.
I mean, just like Nadia said, like, I didn't hate the theatrical version of Justice League, but my problem was it bothered me that a Marvel person took it over. And
but he's not a Marvel person. He's only done like what, 2 Marvel? He did the first Avengers movie.
That's one too many.
But how many DC characters, like actors, have gone over into Marvel?
Yeah, a lot of them bounce back. Versa. Yeah, a lot of them bounce back and forth,
which I hate.
But also, like, and I said this to you once before. Before Snyder got removed from position, the original Justice League trailer was dark. You know, the scene with the parademons at the end. Yeah, the sky was blue. It wasn't red. They showed cyborg footage in that original trailer. True. And because that one trailer got basically like swept under the rug over the course of time, people forgot about that. And when I watched the Snyder Cut trailer, I actually did get a little emotional because I remembered the original trailer. When I saw the cyborg, the Victor Stone football stuff, field. I was like, yeah, y'all did cut that shit out. And then I was like, wow, they showed Iris West, and I was like, yeah, she was supposed to be in it, and
killing his father.
Yeah, and killing his father. And then I remember the line where Steppenwolf was just like, no lanterns, no crypto. I was like, yeah, what happened to that? I was like, yo,
he did say that in the movie though. He did say that in the
I don't remember him saying that in the movie, but then it just reminded me like, wow, Josh Whedon fucked this whole thing up.
You can't see. That's the thing. But you can't say he didn't fuck it up. He took. It's like somebody coming to you and saying, yo, look, half this movie is done. You fix the rest of it.
But it wasn't even half. Like when I watched the trailer, it literally felt like a completely different movie.
Yeah, because they were like, here, take this and fix it. We have a problem with him. You take it and fix it.
But but him fixing it was only using, because Snyder even said this. He said that Josh Whedon only used 10% of the stuff that he shot. You know, and he changed the color. He brightened everything up. He had he had Batman making.
He marveled it up.
Yeah, he marveled it up. He had Batman making stupid jokes. You know,
and what about all those rumors about him? Like, I'm not gonna say purposely ruining the movie, but like getting into like little arguments with the cast and stuff, like trying to take over the Wonder Woman movie, and then like quote unquote sabotaging the movie. Like that's what a lot of people were saying.
He was sent by the mouse.
Yeah, it could. Listen, I will not doubt that. It could be that that's what they're doing. But you know what? That's DC's fault, because at the end of the day, you have good ideas that you're rushing, and because at the end of the day, you know the ultimate thing I'm waiting to see. I want to see a live action Marvel versus DC.
Yeah. If the mouse plays nice,
Well, if it's a money thing, I want to see a live action Marvel.
well, it might actually happen. It could happen because the mouse is losing a lot of money on the theater, on the theme park. So who knows?
Yeah, on the theme park. But it's like I always say, like any issues that you have with the DC cinematic universe, it's not a DC Like I hate when people just like, oh, Marvel's great and DC. It's not a DC problem. It's a Warner Brothers executive problem.
True.
Like DC has a plan. But it's the Warner Brothers executives that are like, yeah, but
No. Oh, you can't use the black suit. Why?
Yeah.
You just can't use it.
When he said that, when I heard that the reason why they didn't use it was because the Warner Brothers executives didn't understand they didn't understand why he would have a black suit. I was just like, yo, why are these people still employed?
It's like,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Marvel has their mouse executives that'll screw something up quick.
Ask Edgar Wright.
Yep.
Ask Patty Jenkins, who was going to do Thor 2, and then she moved to Wonder Woman, which was a blessing in disguise for us.
But that's another thing. But that's another problem with the Warner Brothers executives. The movies they don't care about. They were just like, well, it's Wonder Woman. It's a female-led thing. Yeah, we'll just let her do whatever.
Exactly. And then it becomes gold.
Yeah, then it becomes gold. So.
Same thing with Joker. It was just like, oh, as long as you stay on the budget, do what you want.
And it became gold.
And then it became gold.
They let James Wan rock. You know, Aquaman made over.
It becomes gold.
And they don't
Aquaman
have,
was
so
amazing,
basically, your DC movie will be good if the execs have no faith in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get to Justin's.
So just to
Because Suicide Squad. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because Suicide Squad, didn't they write the script in like what was it, like 6 weeks or something insane?
Yeah.
Like they completely rushed the movie,
And then they completely botched everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's my main issue. Like you just mentioned before, like it's not DC. We have the content. Like there's so many stories they can work from, but the studios are like, oh, here's a budget, make this movie in 5 weeks, and this is all we're giving.
And just to go back to what we were discussing earlier about the Ben Affleck, before I get into what I thought about the Justice League, if the Snyder Cut, this was just rumored, if the Snyder Cut is as popular and is as big as they're hoping for, they're going to try to get Ben on to do his own, the Batman that he had
that he wanted to do
as an HBO Max series. So that's why his goodbye is still going to have a little back door open if he wants to come back. My thoughts on the trailer. First of all, the 4 hours is cool. Yeah. Trailer, it's like 2 movies. Like the trailer, hate the music. The Hallelujah just drove me nuts. It's just like Snyder saying, hey, I'm back, bitches. Praise me for my vision.
No, but that's the fans' fault. They begged for it so bad that all they could do is scream about, if we don't get the Snyder Cut, it's not going to make any sense. Like, that's the only thing. Yeah. Like, that's why he put that. I don't blame him for putting that in there, because the fans were probably like, he's here. And when the song played, they were like, yeah, that's your. I always said this: if you didn't like the song, that's your fault. Because had you not been hyping him up, he wouldn't have got that arrogant and put that in.
Hallelujah.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like every time the hook came in and they were saying Hallelujah, like that was how I felt watching the trailer.
I'm not gonna lie. The Darkseid. I was just Darkseid. I was like, oh shit, yes, nice. Love the cyborg stuff. I thought that was really good. Like I said before. What I'm really excited about this is the fact that the tone that was set up in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, is continuing. Yeah, like you look at Batman v Superman, you look at the tone of that, and then you watch Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. It doesn't match. It's two different films. Yeah. And with this is that you're getting the tone that's set in Man of Steel. You're getting a tone from Batman v Superman. You're getting that tone, that dark tone. And you're getting the music back from previous iterations, and that's all coming back in. You're getting the pacing back and everything else. So that's what I'm excited to see. I just want to see how it was originally supposed to be seen. If it sucks, it sucks. If it doesn't, then cool. That means we might get more of his vision coming into HBO Max.
Yeah.
That's officially now its own universe. It's now the Snyderverse. And then I guess what's happening with the Wonder Woman and everything else, apparently the Flash movie is supposed to correct everything and put everything back on course.
And see, that's the only thing I don't like. I don't want it to be the Snyderverse. Just make it part of your universe. And speaking of something you said, Darkseid thing, I don't like. He looks like Caesar with a Greek symbol
Well, it's
burned onto
supposed
his
to be
chest. Like
how he came before.
Yeah, he looked young in that clip.
Yeah,
in that opening.
no.
It's not even Darkseid yet. It's his what I forgot his first name.
He looks like Caesar with a Greek symbol on his chest, look. And another thing, DC fans like to talk about Josh Whedon taking things from Marvel. Why does Darkseid's minion look like Thanos' minion from the Avenger movies? There is you put a side by side picture. He looks like a dark elf.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm like, wait,
which minion?
You mean the dude with the hoodie?
Yes, he looks like a dark elf from Thanos.
Yeah, he does.
I have to go back and look at that.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with Darkseid. I'm going to say, as long as he doesn't look.
You mean Korg?
Yes.
From the Thor movies?
Yes. And I'm fine with it as long as he doesn't look like I want him to be proper. I want him to sit with his arms folded behind his head, and he only gets angry when he finally fights Superman. Yeah. He's just so arrogant. He just walks and he shoots the Omega beams at everybody. Or if this is before he really gets the Omega beams, I can deal with it. He doesn't look terrible. He looks good. Definitely looks better than Steppenwolf's old costume. Steppenwolf looks better. I'm going to give the Snyder Cut, which is why I said I don't think it's overhyped. I'm going to give it a chance because it looks like it can actually make the movie better. And I can sit down and say, I just don't like, this is a Snyderverse. Take your head out of your ass. This is the DCU. Let it be continuity because you do great with the TV shows. You do great with the animated cartoons. Mm-hmm. You do great with everything else. Let it all stick together.
Yeah, I'm just glad we get the Cyborg footage back.
Yeah.
Because Ray Fisher had the biggest issue with Josh Whedon, like publicly on Twitter.
Yeah.
And when you watch the Snyder Cut trailer, you're like, oh, that's why. He basically took you out of the film.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be such a big part of it, and
especially with the mother box.
Yeah.
Josh Whedon was like, "You know who I am, boy? Have you seen Alias? Have you seen all the hits I have? Look at my shelf back there. Like, you don't tell me what to do. I tell you, sit your ass back in that seat and watch a pro do
I'm like,
it."
but between Cyborg's daddy, and Iris, I'm like, oh, so we were moving all the black people. I was like, we cutting out all the black scenes. I get it.
That was Josh Whedon sitting down there like, yeah. You open your mouth one more time, and I'm gonna show you where you're gonna go. Oh, you want to have a public Twitter war? Well, I guess Cyborg is only gonna be in 3 minutes of the movie, like in the beginning and the end. Oh, how's that gonna work? Watch me work. Like,
well,
hold my Disney cup.
So Snyder Cut.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because it looks
hell
like
yeah.
it looks like it's going.
Now they give it a hell yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be something, and it's probably going to say, like you all say, I didn't hate the Justice League movie. It just got boring in certain parts, but it looks like it's gonna make the movie better. So that I will give it a thumbs up for.